of making the next writer after. Do you have an ID for like your
No.
own?
Nope.
No.
I'm broke.
What the hell?
What?
I had started playing while I wasn't looking. It scared me.
Oh. I'll be right back. I gotta take. I gotta. Bear take meds.
Apparently, and get depossessed. Apparently.
I tried to speak and my brain just went, wait, what is language? So that so that's why I made all those noises because my brain just didn't want to work. So I've been I was reading the prequel manga for Shin Kamen Rider.
Mhm.
It takes a lot to make to for it takes a lot to make me feel bad for the villains.
Mhm.
And man, did they succeed. I actually felt bad for the Kumo augment.
Oh.
Yeah, because he originally wasn't an augment. He just had this fancy mask and um, some cybernetic enhancements um, that made him stronger. But like he he was like that because like turns out Kumo is gay. And uh when when it turned out like when news of his partner being gay like spread around their college, Kumo didn't do anything. In fact, he to save his own ass, he pretended that um he pretended to be straight and be like, "Yeah, no, that's weird." And he hates himself for it. Also, the Scorpion Augment, or Sasori as she's called in the prequel, she's fucked up.
That wasn't hard to spell, actually.
No, I mean fucked up in a different way.
Oh.
She still has the whole ecstasy thing, but it's not like it's not at the forefront of everything she does. Um, so apparently, her and her mom were like they're like her dad was abusive, right? And they ran away, but something happened and they had to call on government assistance. When they did that, the her father showed up and just um I believe as she put it, her mom got high and went to heaven, and her and her dad partied all night long, which I think means he like up sexually abused her.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Granted, like I don't actually know if that it could just have been. No, I'm not gonna say it. Abuse is still abuse, Bear. It's still bad.
Um, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I got nothing. Wait, what the hell? What is this?
What's what?
Oh, never mind. Um, I'm on the Common Writer Wikipedia page for the movie, and there I'm at the character section, and it says Common Writers movie. Common Writer Takashi Hongo. Common Writer number two Hayato Ichimonji. Common Writer number 2+1 Hayato Ichimonji and Takashi Hongo. Special exclusive Common Writer Shinosuke Nohara.
Who?
Crayon Shinchan.
Oh, what? What? Why is he there?
It's a TV special. Like
Okay.
what they did with Commoner O's.
Okay. I get it.
Shin Kamen. Okay, so there is no true peace in this world. Shin Kamen Rider Shocker Side. It follows Ichiro. Um, during like his introduction to Shocker, and everything that comes after.
Hmm.
So far, there's only 2 volumes. There are 24 chapters. Only 16 of them are in tankobon format. So I want to know what the hell is up with Sasori. Oh, okay, so it was just regular abuse. That's still bad. Abuse is still abuse, Bear. What the fuck?
Anyway, shall we play this game?
Uh, Hold on, still reading.
Hmm.
Trust me, that's the worst it gets. Okay, so it doesn't really say much about her in the manga after a certain point that I'm already well past. So, hmm. So, uh, yeah, there's not a whole lot here about the manga, which kind of sucks, but I will say though, Ichiro looked better with his hair short. Than to have it long. Because with short hair, he actually looks kind of cool. But the long hair, he kind of looks like a Fruit Loop. Hmm. Oh no. In the manga, Ichiro has a battle suit before he became an augment, and apparently the battle suit is designed after Crossfire, which was the title of one of Shitaro Shinomori's series concepts, which eventually evolved into the original Kamen Rider. So, anyway, enough with that. Hello!
Thank God.
Yeah, I know. I know, I know. Anyway, hello! Welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here with Taro. Latios may be joining us soon, I don't know. I sent him a text. And we were supposed to be joined by a friend. But he had some stuff he had to take care of first, so he'll probably be late.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Shit, I forgot to let everyone know we're live. Hold on.
But I can speak to her at least.
Want me to do it for you?
You know what? If you could, I would greatly appreciate it.
Really? Well, I don't really have access to the Everest server, so I can at least help with the server stream.
I appreciate that alone. Like,
See, forgetting streaming is often enough.
still don't know how that happened.
Have not checked the audit log?
The what?
The audit log to see who and what did what where.
I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, it's like, well, me and Akemon don't have access to it, but if you click on server settings, you might see it.
Audit log. Hmm.
Hmm?
Doesn't say anything.
Well,
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
see.
I'm gonna take what you put in streaming and put it in the other Discords I'm in, the other servers.
Fair enough.
Actually, wait a minute. I think I have a thing that just says live with more blank. Yep.
What is it?
No, I went to the the Ultra Ranger channel. Because I noticed like someone had like it was like someone had there was activity in there.
Ultra Ranger? Sorry?
Ultra Ranger, Gar's thing.
I see Ultra Live and I see Ultra Chat.
No, it's a channel you're not part of. It's it's for Ultra Galaxy Chat. Um, and like apparently there was activity in Ultra Chat ideas or whatever, and I forgot I put Ultraman Ursa versus Ultraman Blaze. The ethics of fish fucking.
We need the hose. We need the hecking hose.
And hold on. Jerry replied with a GIF of Brooklyn. What was it? Brooklyn 99 or whatever. Context was important on that one. I replied with the ongoing discussion between me and Blaze about a red-toned fish lady. Jerry's response was ah, and Blaze came in all caps saying, "Mifa's best girl."
I don't want to show it to you to see that now. I'm just thinking of seeing that actually.
Oh.
Boy.
Thing is, I stole that title, not the Ultraman part, but I stole the ethics of fish fucking from a from a podcast.
I see.
It was a clip of them talking about that Guillermo del Toro movie with the merman
Oh,
or the
yeah.
fish creature, the one that's not Hellboy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. As I refer to it, monster love story.
Yeah. That one really got you.
I don't know why, but it did. I'm not making laughing gas and stuff. But I encountered a Joker or something. People just couldn't join in and just hear me giggling like a gremlin and not know the context why.
And then I'm gonna bring up the context, and he's like, "I wish I didn't know."
Okay, I think I'm better now.
Apparently, there's like Lego Ultraman.
Oh?
It's not actually Lego. It's something called Q-Man. I guess it's owned by Subaraya or something. Either way. Alright, with that out of the way.
Yeah.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today? How was she? The Enterprise,
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. I need more bomb act.
Oh no. We still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerator that, let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge. As for only Mithril engines get hotter. You can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that.
Even Weirder Science is the name of this mission.
Oh, wait.
So,
We've got a couple of examples here.
What?
Spherical echoes,
Then the,
we call
oh
them.
wait, God, what is wrong with me today?
so this smelter is similar to the
I'm
Mithril
forgetting
engine.
everything.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like
Got to
nothing
turn the
else.
camera on to show the freaking, so
They're
you can see the.
directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things,
So you can see the
they're all
game.
outside.
Oh, and
If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right
Yeah,
back
the
into
mission is called
furnace.
Even Weirder
We've
Science.
collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is,
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
that's it, and we're only 3 short, mind. And we know there's one up Amber Way, in that ruin, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
I swear, this guy sounds like he was in fucking Fable.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic,
help, you said?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's alright.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Clive! Quick look.
Always something in there.
I say we got a shit ton more side quests
How do
before
you
we can
split the sea?
really. I mean, we could just go for the story, but I want to do side quests. Side quests make me stronger. Also, give us a good chance to test out Shiva's powers.
Everyone fighting mook monsters. Meanwhile, Pasto. Don't worry, this way.
Doris should be
this
somewhere
way.
nearby. Assuming she's still here.
What the hell are you doing? What? You guys don't do this?
It doesn't still
We're
hurt.
trying not to die here.
The people of the rest may seem to be in high spirits, but give them a little wine, a little company, and the tears soon begin to flow. Don't keep your woes to yourself, soldier.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a mountain.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I finally found somewhere I can buy a hurricane gyro.
The world seems to
Nice.
be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do know is that there's more bad news than good.
Where?
You can tell that.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin?
Ugh.
Look for busy plates.
I know.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too.
Looking for
Mostly
shelter.
green
are you?
though.
Come on inside.
Ah! Kara Mark, hello. Thank you for following.
It's because the heavens have gone to record.
Hello, new person.
Anything catch your eye?
It's going good. We're just playing some Final Fantasy 16.
That all, is it?
As I am trying to find a woman named Doris.
Get to here.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send
I've
for
been
you.
playing it every
Wanted to take
Monday and
something
Wednesday.
surveyed up in
I
this
used to
pool.
play it on Friday too, but then
Seeds
Street
for
Fighter
planting.
6
Thought it was
came
about
into my
time they
possession.
started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if East Pool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers, they've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, The Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's
Yeah,
put a brave face
I've-
on it, but I think even he's starting to
It's
worry.
one of the main games I'm
And if he's
playing right
likely to
now.
share those concerns with anyone, it's
Once
you.
September rolls around, though, if I'm not done by then, I will have to put this game on pause. Because September, for all of September, and possibly October, I'm playing Spider-Man. Any tip?
Hell yeah.
Any tips? The dodge button is your friend.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep them in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love them too.
It is.
which
It's
no small
it's really
thing.
fun.
I say all of us need to pull together
It's
to get Eastpool
not
back on its feet.
your
I mean
traditional
all of
Final
us.
Fantasy.
They ain't exactly succulent, but
A lot of the
cook 'em
role-playing
right
elements
and
are
they're
just not
just
present.
about bearable.
I'll take your word
But
for it.
the game's fun.
Anyway,
The setting
Sir
is
Wade will know
great.
what to do with them. And
The
if
fact that
don't,
you get to
well,
have kaiju fights
I'll
with
go up there
summons
and
is
show him
amazing.
myself.
I'm sure you will.
Now, where is Doris? Okay, she's not in this building because I would have found, because it's only in this little area that I can search. Ugh.
Her hell was right outside.
I've checked outside.
It doesn't still
Yeah,
hurt,
but
does it?
that's being said there. Sometimes
It's been a pleasure.
Oh my god.
Doris. Just like old times.
yeah,
give your
let's say
offer some
sometimes
thought, my
games
lady.
Have to have you do certain things
How
before
goes the investigation?
you can actually continue with what you were doing.
Sid,
She was
what
already
brings you to
there.
Mother's Rest?
I walked
Yeah.
I walked past her
I
and
heard
the
you were
old
out
lady
touring around
earlier,
tracking our slaver.
thinking that
I trust you're being
thinking
careful.
that Doris was somewhere
course.
else.
And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking.
You're not wrong,
is an
I'm
old
just stupid.
acquaintance. She's no fool.
Oh yeah, go ahead, introduce
If we'd
yourself.
come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid.
From the
but I
US
think I
and a
can stop
digital
her.
creator by profession
going
with
with
no
you.
gaming skills.
I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead.
I mean-
I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Listen, sometimes it doesn't matter if you have skills. Like I have both been nice to meet you, by the way. Thank you. I'm Vegas Bear, and the disembodied voice you're hearing is my unpaid intern Taro.
I exist on a non-metaphysical plane.
But yeah, I stream just about. I stream every weekday. I do a special stream on Saturdays with my friend Chocobo, which isn't happening this Saturday because we're also playing D&D on Saturdays.
There it is.
No, I think this one's. I think this is an actual person, not a bot. Kara, we've been accosted by people who come in, leave a follow, and say, "Hey, good." We've been accosted by people that we think may be bots that have come in, followed, said, "Hey, I am a graphic artist slash designer. Would you like to look at my work?" This has happened a lot. A lot. More so than bots, I would say.
More so, maybe.
Yeah, it's been happening more frequently now. Also on Twitter, which for some reason my Twitter is not linked to my Twitch anymore. I don't know what the deal with that is. On Twitter, I kept getting follows from graphic designers and just graphic designers. So I apologize for the reaction, but it's only because of what we've been dealing with for the past month.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own.
Also, Bear, your mic seems to cut out in Discord.
What? Ah.
Like, I can hear you through stream fine, but in Discord, you're not talking at all.
I'm not. Hold on. Are you sure? Because my window is flashing green.
Speak?
Hello?
Yeah, you're lighting up. I just can't hear you.
That's...
If it's my side,
Hold on. No worries, I'm a real... no worries, I can understand. Thank you. Can you hear me?
say that again?
Can you hear me?
I heard the word can, but then you just cut out again.
What the fuck?
I thought it was just Discord peaking, but then I couldn't hear you at all.
Alright, I'm gonna press some buttons on my headset. Bear with me.
Wait, I got you for a second.
You did?
Yeah.
Discord, why are you why are you drunk, Discord? Wait a minute.
Hold on, I'm gonna check what's me. Give me a second.
Hold on. Oh, fuck. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I unplugged something.
Oh.
So I don't know which one it was because you did the thing before I.
Oops. Plug them all back in and find out.
It's the it is my PlayStation 4 controller. For some reason, when I plug it in, it's an option for a speaker and a mic.
Huh.
Okay, I've plugged it back in.
I can still hear you.
Alright. I think what it was it when I clicked on mic options, it was blinking in and out. That may be what was causing the problem.
Technical difficulties are over with. we now return to your regularly scheduled programming.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled bear bumbling around to victory.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gazal green seeds.
How do you know that name?
Keen to cut the
It was his mother. It's his mother's name. His mother's name is Martha.
I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed. Only without the seeds.
It never occurred to me until that fucking movie
so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
that Batman and Superman's moms shared the same first name.
These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
Luckily, you have me here.
Call on reinforcements from Eastpool.
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved, though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians? What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared.
I had a feeling this would happen.
And to think we trusted you.
The bears are...
A home is not worth dying for.
The bears think that the guardians are using them as
But
bait.
it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What do you do?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
No,
What's the
just
plan of
Martha.
action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers,
Oh my
and guards
God.
from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village.
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
I'm gonna be real. When Wade
Do our
went,
bit too, then, eh?
when Wade went into detail about his plan, I thought I'd have to like, I would have to do everything myself. I well, no, I got worried it would turn into like an RTS or some shit.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall. You're finished. It's over. You're finished.
Oh, if he did what Oja did? Interesting. Very different. I heard the Akashic wolf whimpering, and for a minute I thought it was horrible. For a minute I thought someone hurt my dog.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
I would be honest.
What is it?
I saw the word digital
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here.
I had a feeling too.
How many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing
But
some resistance,
if-
but I think the worst is behind us.
If Kara is still here, I hope they enjoy the stream.
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
Oh wait, the lightning cat? Fuck.
May the Founder protect you.
Just kick the fuckers. Gotta say, I'm loving Shiva's powers. Found it!
There it is. With me, Torgal. Slow. Nice try.
Oh, you're catching up? Oh, their second duel? Oh. Oh, that duel is so cathartic.
I know, right?
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Personally, I would have loved to be on the battlefield myself in that moment.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
That actually did it too.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us
Jesus!
together, showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before.
You played Latios's thing!
To protect it. But now we do.
And the audio's... I had the audio up too high.
Sir Wade. You and your people saved us. And still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore.
Scared the fuck out of me.
So we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours. To protect Eastpool.
And we shall.
We
all shall.
In my panic wailing did I realize, oh right, you were doing it. You were doing that for the joke.
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
It's my fault, really, because the dial on this thing likes to move on its own. Or like I'll grab it and like hit the dial without realizing it, and it'll either be cranked up or turned all the way down.
Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
Still, my
I believe you might be right.
You don't need to
Here, my
apologize.
lord, and do what I can
You're
to
good.
help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too.
If that actually was...
And I could hardly call myself an East Pullian if I didn't pull my weight.
You'd be laughing your ass
I think
off.
you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance.
Ghost
I ain't
play.
paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
Ghost, I forgot.
I will.
I forgot a ghost played. It freaked us out.
Wait, is he here?
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together, clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes? There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off it. Since that day, there have been more than a few times.
I think
when felt
because
like
in the
giving up,
previous
when
stream
the
he
odds
played
seemed so
that,
stacked in the enemy's favor.
but then I
thought may as
changed.
well
I
just
had
lay
changed
down my
the
sword and
screen.
surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what
So
it
I'm
means
just carried over.
to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, my friend is resting right next to the
Ah.
Okay, no, that's the last one. I'll stop.
No, I lowered I lowered the back of my chair so I could kind of lay down a bit.
Oh. I'll still stop. That was the last one.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my...
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Not your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back
Camilla
to work.
Addison.
Let's see about
Hello.
making everyone some dinner, shall we? At least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty...
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Hey, Camilla. This is purely because it's been happening, often. But please tell us you're not here to ask Bear if you can do some art for him.
I'm doing good.
Gotta love when your body decides to turn sleep into a war.
Yeah.
I got that on Sunday and I hated it.
I've been dealing with that for the last month and a half. It comes through. I'll sleep normally for like maybe a couple weeks, then it'll come back, then I'll go back to sleeping normally for a couple of weeks, then it'll come back. Then I'll sleep normally for about a month, and I'll think I'm finally in the clear, and then BAM! Month and a half of nope.
Hey, Bear, do you want to hear joke I just found on Twitter?
Sure.
Hey, Dad.
Took me a moment to get it.
Ah.
It's over.
It's yep, boy. And then I hit your thing on Twitch to make it seem like you just here. What I didn't know was that there's headphones audio cranked all the way to the max.
Not all the way to the max. It was like halfway.
Halfway.
Loud enough for it to actually hurt. Got it.
Yep. Scared the shit out of me. Again, you're fine.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
I guess that was answered.
Oh, did they
We've waited
leave?
long enough.
Yep.
She's not coming.
Well,
Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you
I
lackbacks
don't
start
know.
talking like these
I don't know
feckless
why,
bumpkins.
like,
I presume your men are ready.
graphic designers
Suffered
keep
too many
showing
delays
up
as it is. Any
thinking
more, I'll be docking your
I have
pay.
money.
Yes, Mom.
Oh,
I don't.
before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
At this point, I miss the bots.
Still fighting off the fleet. I wasn't. That's not the best I could hope for. Fun.
They just want they just want the DC to fail, the DCEU to fail. That's it. They just want it to fail.
It's like not even been a full week. Give it time. Jeez.
Like day one,
So
like
much for your
opening
escort.
day. Oh, I didn't make that much money. It's a flop.
Forgive
It's
me
a
for
flop.
avenging my
It's
men.
like shut the fuck
I'm
up.
the swordswoman I used to be.
I know.
I surrender.
I mean,
Do with me as you wish.
there's a reason it's a
Sid.
running gag for cinema stins when they do any DC movie to just immediately start with DC Comics.
Doris.
It's the thing.
I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better
I
fighting for a
turned that
cause
joke
than
into
killing
something
for
else
coin.
entirely because
I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told
Well-
you sooner.
DC Comics is actually
woman-
kind of redundant.
My former master once trained bearer
DC,
children to
it
be
stands for
weapons.
Detective
Instead,
Comics.
she raised
So
me
you're
like a
basically
daughter.
saying Detective
And I did.
Comics.
Terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all
So if you say
terrible. You're always
DC
so eager
Comics,
to learn.
you're speaking from the
You had
Department of
such
Repetitiveness
clever
Department.
hands.
Oh, it gets even
Right,
worse
the
when you're
chocolate
talking
together
about
to the blade or to the books.
DC Comics
Always
Detective
either
Comics
or.
run
You proved
issues.
yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you
Like
for
the
my own.
like the Batman ones.
How about it?
Because
Dagger.
they still have Detective
Yes,
Comics
wear that blade
ongoing.
to me
It's a Batman thing now.
Swore my
Like
blade
just
to
purely
you,
Batman.
nor will I ever.
So when you're talking
I
about the
fight for a
comic
higher
book,
cause.
you were
To
saying
liberate the
Detective
bearers of this
Comics comics.
Farewell, master.
Detective Comics.
Thank you for making me the
Brought to you by
weapon
the
I am.
Department of Redundancy Department.
You always were a righteous
Starring Dante
child.
from the Devil May Cry series.
Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
And sponsored by Rage Shadow Legends.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer
Master
has friends
Chief
in high
sa- no,
places.
Arkham Knight saves
Dangerous,
Master
though.
Chief from
Connections are
elbow in
complicated.
front of
We'll see
Shrek
what
while
justice is done.
carrying Gnome?
Right. If you're certain.
I am.
Not
Thank you
clickbait,
for everything.
Gone Wild, sponsored by Raid
Now,
Shadow
I gotta let these bearers
Legends,
know that they're safe.
buy a Ridge Wallet.
Anyways, in the voice chat general
I should
here,
head back to the hideaway and
all I
put
can
Cole's
say
mind
is
at ease.
Gundam Sentai! Gundam Sentai! Gundam Sentai!
Gundam Sentai? Oh, Jesus.
It's a Ginyu Force joke.
I know, that's why I went, oh, Jesus.
Welcome back, Sid.
I heard the word Sentai.
Doris's
got
message just
excited,
arrived.
but then
I hear you
see
saved
what
more
it
bearers
actually
from being
is.
smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly.
The whole Ginyu
Letter.
Force was a
You don't need to worry about
Tokusatsu
Doris
Super
anymore.
Sentai joke.
I'd been hoping as much. She
All
mentioned
the
one or
way
two
down
things
to
in her
Gi-
report.
all the way to Captain
So the slaver we've been
Ginyu's
chasing all these
obsession
months
with
was her
making
former master.
stylish poses.
Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly,
The
or
mobile
so we're
suits
told.
in the image are
won't be
the
getting off
5
lightly.
Gundams from the
The
beginning
Empire
of
may have
Mobile
no
Suit
love for
Gundam
bearers,
Seed.
But it's none too fond of
I've
black market
described them
traders
in
either.
detail before.
Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. I don't
Hope so. You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid.
keep up
In
the
the
good
back,
work,
we have in the blue the dual Gundam, which Bear has expressed an interest in before. That's the one that actually gets the full armor treatment.
It's kind of like, it's sort of like the heavy arms of this series. From
More
what
like the Gundam Alex of the series.
the Gundam what?
Alex?
Okay. It sounded like you said.
The dual Gundam is the one that got the assault shroud, the heavy armor.
It sounded like you said something else.
I'm still half asleep.
You're fine. You're fine.
Beside the dual Gundam there in the black, we have the Blitz Gundam. This one has a whole freaking system involving Mirage colloid particles, their version of the Monopoly particles or GN particles, except they were Peter has thoroughly explained, to effectively turn invisible for 90 minutes.
Alright, from now on, whenever something in Gundam Seed is barely explained, I'm just gonna blame it on the space whale.
The space whale eats continuity. What else is new?
I really, really hope that the space whale is like the linchpin of the movie. Like, Kira sees it and just goes fucking nuts.
Devin, I think I actually said something quote-worthy.
The space whale eats continuity.
Yeah, the space whale eats continuity. Go figure. I thought I'd be able to avoid ever getting myself quoted, but there we go.
Taro, you know what to do.
On it.
The people of Amber might not have been the friendliest
Okay,
sorts. but
might
they
as well
deserve
continue.
this.
The smaller green and orange Gundam in front of the dual, that's the Buster Gundam. That's the equivalent of the heavy armor in this timeline.
Right, okay.
All those orange pieces across the shoulders and knees, those are the missile pods. It also has a beam rifle and a shotgun that it has permanently affixed to the mobile suit that it can combine in order to create a super shotgun or a beam sniper rifle depending on the orientation of the weapon. The weapons are so dang strong that the mobile suit needs backup batteries dedicated to powering the weapons themselves so they don't break the mobile suit's dedicated battery. Yes, these are all battery powered. It's a long excuse story. What version? We got doped hard with futuristic sci-fi technology, so because
nuclear reactions were effectively impossible at this time, the Gundams were all nuclear powered. Not nuclear powered, they were all battery powered.
They build they build the Strike Gundam, and it's like, all right, now insert the AA batteries.
I just picture them with rechargeable car batteries, honestly.
No, I just think of like toys. They're like the batteries not included.
Okay, proceed with the batteries, and they've got a dump truck full of AAAs. It takes 27 AAAs just to operate Three Fingers. For 5 minutes.
Like, in this universe, Radio Shack was able to stay in business because of battery sales alone.
So, pink guy over there next to the wood, next to the bunker Gundam. That's the Aegis Gundam. Transformable mobile suit. The enhanced sensor on its forehead there also denotes it as the commander unit for this team. Or at least the intended commander unit.
Okay.
Its whole shtick was high mobility and versatility in combat via a transformation system. Mechanic. It could transform from mobile suit to 2 different mobile armor modes. One was effectively throwing a dart at people, and the other was opening the pointy end of the dart into a claw mode that also exposes a beam cannon, so the thing could latch onto an opponent and shoot them point blank.
Fuck.
Each of the spikes on its limbs is also the emitter for a beam saber.
Huh.
This thing would also be the basis for Kazumi P's Aegis Knight at the beginning, at the ending of Koga. The Steel Driver's Re-Ride.
Ah!
Aegis, I've heard it pronounced both ways, I'm not sure which exactly. Anyway, last one, the one front, Strike Gundam. I've gone on and on about this thing. Short version, modular combat. Different backpacks, different scenarios. We're supposed to be the support unit that be assigned to different roles depending on the battle/10 in action.
Don't you just love it when you have like a team of carefully constructed Gundams designed to work with each other, and then some fucks decide to steal like 4 of them?
That's exactly how the series starts.
I know, that's why I said it!
That is legit how this series starts. This Gundam team was carefully constructed to counter each other's strengths and weaknesses and be used as an effective unit. The Strike Gundam was still in the last bits of its development, where they still hadn't even fully finished the operating system. The machine was fully constructed, they were just programming it.
This is it.
And that's when Zaft showed up and stole 4 Gundams. They would have stolen the Strike too, but the guy who thought would have stolen it got shot down. Brutally.
Oh, I take back my laugh.
Like, imagine imagine flying through a colony with your jetpack, only to get shot out of the air with, like, anti-aircraft fire.
Oh!
That is effectively what happened to the poor fuck.
It sounds like overkill.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days. Those things.
And now, since we have the Strike Gundam there, I now show you the Destiny Gundam, which I've mentioned before was originally a concept for the Freedom Gundam as a sort of all-in-one strike.
What's happened?
Based on the Strike Gundam with all of its equipment attached, the Perfect Strike.
And taken up residence here in
Starting to see the resemblance?
Leader of the Council of Elders.
Yep.
Second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title.
And what does he want with
And you know what?
Northreach?
I'm actually kind of interested to see what the universe where this was the Freedom Gundam looks like.
He's already secured the
I
support
just
of
picture
the
that,
various
and it,
army
hilariously enough, is the universe where they actually had competent writers.
His empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was
And of
him
course,
the
if
soldiers
this had
rallied
been the
around.
concept for the Freedom Gundam,
Couldn't he
having a
use that
small armor
influence
shield
again?
would have made more sense.
How?
Because by the time it would have entered the universe, mobile suits wouldn't have had the friggin' beam shields yet.
Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soul, the captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day.
That's why the original Freedom had a physical shield sold, because mobile suits in that series didn't have beam shields yet.
Given the mood around.
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf for your services to Northreach? You have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to his eminence if you ask. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Or in the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
So, fun fact, Taro, I had a model kit of this Destiny Gundam before, and it suffered a critical breakage at a joint I couldn't actually
The remembrance
fix.
ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Give me a moment and I'll show you what I did with that custom before it broke. I legit got told by a friend of mine who worked at my local hobby store at the time.
Oh, sorry about that.
Rain, please.
You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
It was legit
No, actually.
beautiful.
With the Duke.
And I'm like, that's a bit
I was
much.
hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should
It made
be
my
all
day
right.
though, because the guy
His
was like
Eminence has heard all about you and
significantly
your
more
heroics.
experienced and more
Wait
skilled
here.
than me when
I'll
it
go and
came
ask.
to making custom model kits. And he's like, dude, don't sell yourself short. That looks really, really good.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison.
Oh, I already hate this dude.
The
He
Empire
looks like a
owes you
bitch.
debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me,
Does he look like
is
a
it wealth that you seek or favor?
What?
Neither, Your Eminence.
Does he look
I
like
thought
a
only to
bitch?
inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
I don't even know
I
the
see.
movie. I just know that
You
one
are worried
exchange.
the expanded garrison
That's
will
Pulp
render
Fiction.
your services redundant. Yet you needn't
Yeah?
be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire
yes.
rebuilt.
Someone made a mod?
Right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
Nice.
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared.
Speaking of which, Latios, come September, regardless if we're finished with Final Fantasy or not, I'm going to start playing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
With Caer Norvent
In
as
preparation
her
for
citadel.
Spider-Man 2.
Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins.
You want to see something that was done?
Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force?
Sure, I'm still looking for the
all the people of
Destiny
Northreach to
Gundam
come
images I
together
was
in defense
talking
of the
about.
town.
How that we got
Something
something
they
to
may
show
be
that
loath
show
to
it.
do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question.
Yeah?
That is why this levy is necessary.
Yes.
So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes,
Fun
and I
fact,
told you then
turns
how
out
putting the empire before her
changing
citizens would
the
lead
orientation
only
of
to
words
revolt.
actually changes the translation.
Without an
I got two
empire,
different
there
results
are
for
no citizens.
King of Demons and
And in
Demon
yours,
King.
there will be only beggars.
Really?
Is that what Griga wills for
Or
her
rather,
people?
God of Demons
Do
and
not take her name
Demon
in vain,
God.
Sabine.
Where
I'll
I
come
was
back
trying
later.
to think of the final full evolution of Felix's
The
Oni
citizens
powers.
revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Give me a moment, I
Let's
have
begin
them
with
written
those on
down
the other side
somewhere.
of the war.
Sabine.
As long as you remain.
You needn't fret.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Right there. What is it?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town,
What?
I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Without realizing what it was, Taz and Helen, whoever else, accidentally gets stuck in a fell back forward.
I heard the dame got an eye concert with the madam.
A question.
Here we are.
If you don't. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
So,
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere,
What I
earning for some
think
noble
what
to turn up and tell you you've got to hand
God
it all
of
over to him.
Demons,
He thinks his name.
the
his
translation went
chains give him the right
Akuma
to
no
empty
Kami.
our purses.
So,
He's in for a rude
if I
awakening.
went for God of Demons,
Whatever
Toriki,
it takes to
Akuma no
keep
Kami,
what's
Toriki.
ours. Whatever it takes.
If I went for Demon God Toriki, Majin Toriki.
Huh.
Of course, King of like God of Ogres, Oni no Kami. I was basically right on the mark.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good. I'll
I've said
turn
my
around,
piece, you were
acting,
saying?
and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take
Who,
it
me
you
or
rather she
Doro?
was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she
Taro, I
still
think.
is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Sorry for interrupting you, man.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
You might you might want to look in the voice chat.
Floating sail. Not King of the Dark.
I'm still looking for the image I need.
Tell me when you're ready to see it.
I'll get there when I get there.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but...
Kind of half surprised
What do
at
you
how
think of his
thoroughly
plans?
buried
I'm a
this
soldier,
stuff
mate.
is. I went down
He
to the
tells
bottom
me
of the
what
picture
to
one
sin, I've
night
got
up
nothing
and
but
started
respect for the
scrolling
dame.
up just to find it.
But I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
As long as you remain,
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreak is back on her feet, we'll all reap.
Good enough.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
The
I wondered if you'd
goddamn...
mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us.
Also, that looks really cool.
The realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they
It was so
volunteered
simple
a
at the
few
time,
more of
too.
their hard-earned
I
gil
just
before things
altered
got
like
bad,
2 colors.
maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure. And if that means
At that time,
people who don't
when I
know one end of
made
a sword
that,
from another have
all
to
I
make
did
way
was
for
just
those
change
who
a couple
do,
of the colors.
well, that's just how it goes.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
I took the Destiny's blue and made it purple. I took the yellow parts and made them either silver or white. I honestly can't tell from these shots.
You needn't fret. The creatures
You have your finger down on the either left or right arrow keys, and just holding it down while you have this one picture up makes it look like makes it look like it's flying.
Captain.
For you? Certainly.
Yeah.
Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of... Do you intend to go...
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well,
Red is
she doesn't
officially
agree with the Duke's orders either.
Oh god, what did he do?
He has a name for his version of Alien X, quote, if and when he gets there,
She's
end
probably
quote.
right. Thank you, Clive.
Oh lord.
I know what I need to do now. Protecting
He
the
calls
people
it
I love
0
is what
points,
matters.
with a hyphen between
Doesn't
0
matter
and
how.
points.
Well, duty calls.
Oh.
So I better go. Thanks again.
I mean, Yeah, I have my own Alien X transformation too, but I'm also holding off on using that for quite some
It
time.
seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Keep this in mind, Taro. In my original draft, I was gonna save breaking out Alien X for when Galactus showed up to try to devour the Earth.
I mean, that's fair.
That felt like an appropriate time to break out that kind of cosmic power. I have no idea when he's gonna decide to try to freaking throw in Alien X.
Oh, I can
tell. A lot
tell.
of his stuff tends to be powerful.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like, a lot of what he did,
how did you fare?
He's like, he
Were
thinks
you
he's
able to
trying to make
speak
a
with
good
the Duke?
story, and a lot of it just ends up being power fantasy.
But
he's gotten better over the years, but it's still enough to give me
So
and Kraken
Northreach
headaches.
is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thrall, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke...
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of this. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hand. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their... And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because...
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sandbreck, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ash. Thank you.
So,
for trying.
would you like to know the name I was gonna give my version of Alien X whenever that comes around?
Know about that.
Sure.
I would have called
What
it
happened to your
Cosmos.
uniform?
I handed it in.
Cosmos!
Resignation. Told the lads I wished
Wait,
them
hold
well.
on. I have a
I owe it to those
sonic
I love
screwdriver
to
that I
call
can
it
use as a Ultraman thing. Hold on.
because I realize what really matters to me.
I wasn't even
Not
intending
following
to make
some
it an
nobleman's
Ultraman reference at
orders
the
for the
time.
sake
It
of it.
just kind of happened.
But protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will
Because
return.
I thought, well, it
but I'm
looks
certain
like
they're not finished with
space
us yet.
given human form.
And when they do come back,
I was about to
we
say,
need to be ready
we
for
both know what happened.
we need to stand together, all of us. With you to lead us, my lady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Cosmos!
Standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our grasp.
No, you want to know what ended up being an intentional reference on my part to that?
True enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you.
When
my lady.
Weybig gets unlocked.
Speaking of standing together,
given the name
would you mind if I
Uchujin,
borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to
I
help
would
keep watch around the
have yelled
town?
Access
I
Flash
fear His
and
Eminence
slammed the
has
Omnitrix
loftier
like a
tasks in mind for the guard.
someone changing into Gridman.
Yes, 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 yes!
Wouldn't be the first time.
Flash!
And yes, my version of the Toku Star transformation would have actually physically resembled Gridman more than Ultraman.
I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid. Until then.
Until then.
To finish it all off, the ultimate form from the alternate timeline would have looked like full power Gridman. You'd be surprised the kind of equipment the Omnitrix spawns when it thinks you need it.
Time to ride.
For instance, the Omnitrix belt on Brainstorm, the Cerebro crustacean, that's actually a breathing brace.
Oh, yeah. because his species
You
can't.
saying something there?
No, I just said, oh yeah, because like his species can't survive out of the water, right? Like they can't.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show how busted the Omnitrix prototype was in the original series. Because Ripjaw didn't get that benefit. Imagine how much more use Ripjaws would have gotten had he been able to get that breathing brace.
He would have been used a whole lot more. I can tell you what.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a few more shots of the Destiny custom, and it's later months before the belly snaps, so...
So I've been testing out Shiva's powers, and they're, gotta say, not that bad.
Don't get surrounded.
So don't mind the time box on the last shot. I had a cold at the time.
Okay.
This was after I did some more tiny modifications. I have taken the weapons off the backpack entirely, modified the wings to pull back that much farther. Swapped out the side skirts because at that point I would have been like full on. This is a evolved strike Gundam, and I know it, phase.
Yeah.
Two down. One to go.
In the case of the Destiny, what I'm going to eventually do with it isn't so much recreating this, as it is, I'm going to take the default color scheme and I'm going to make it look as good as possible.
Okay.
So that entails a few things. One, I'm going to need a new panel lining marker because mine is basically shredded. Second, what I'm gonna have to do before I even assemble this dang thing is I'm going to have to get a decent metallic gunmetal going for all the inner frame. Doing for the Destiny what I did for the Strike Freedom and the Infinite Justice. Because the Destiny is supposed to have the same kind of inner frame coating that they do.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed for it. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Nothing like that.
Really
I just need you to go over
got
to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but
No buts about it,
almost
all right?
accidentally eating a Helheim fruit.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak
What?
Consortium instead. Their prices have fallen. for
What?
it. We deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer.
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Were you
Sure that's
giggling at?
wise?
Are you offering to be my
We can
bodyguard?
hear your screwdriver.
How kind.
Oh.
Meet
Yeah,
me at the
I'm just
checkpoint
fucking
near the
with it.
Capitol Gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a
Which one is
meeting.
it, actually?
You go to Cash
11th
Theo,
Doctor.
and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail
It's the
to
one
free
that
these
it's
bearers,
like you press the
there will
button
be
and it's
others. Someone needs
and
to
it
prepare
springs
the place
open.
and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
I had that
Oh,
one,
and that's
but it
me,
broke
is it?
on me.
Well, looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. Who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... Is this...
You have to trust her.
You're right. The girls
Capaldi
are
was
fighting
the
for- So I bid you
12th
farewell
Doctor, right?
and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock.
Yeah,
We'll make
that's
sure
for
the
my
place is well
speed.
stocked and defended.
You know
Go
what?
to Randalar
I'm
and see
gonna
if you
look
can stop
up
my sister by the consortium.
because I know there's been more screwdrivers.
She won't consider her prospects. Someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar then. Better not keep Eloise waiting.
All right. A sonic screwdriver. The Doctor Sonic screwdrivers. Let's see. It's interesting to see how the designs changed over the years. Yeah, because it was... I mean, it just started off as like a pen light thing. Oh yeah, Capaldi did have his own version of the screwdriver, I forgot.
And did all this Gundam stuff, somehow a picture of Felix loafing got stuck in there too.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, he is trying to get back to his world.
Also, that first image I showed off of the Burning Gundam and the Destiny Gundam shaking hands there, I feel like that in turn is kind of symbolic of how I've turned around on my views on the Destiny Gundam and kind of made peace with it. Seriously though, in the case of that one picture of the Meikumon loafing, I could just see Felix doing that sitting like either on a table or on a cat tower or something, staring out the window of the cafe, watching things go by. It's a slow day. Nobody's actually got anything to do.
A worm in the disguise as Kazuto walks in. Sorry I'm late, I'm back, guys. Kazuto was already there. Who in the hell are you?
I have fallen down a rabbit hole.
Bear.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I am pulling myself out of the rabbit hole.
Get back to us, Bear. Your unpaid interns. We need our money.
You need your non-existent money.
Worm walks into the cafe. Sorry I'm late, I'm back, guys. Kazuto was already there. Who the hell are you?
I believe so.
Worm sees all Kazuto's memories for the first time. I made a mistake. This guy's a common writer? I made a mistake.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
And his friends are common writers too? Oh god.
Remember there used to be like a build your own sonic screwdriver toy.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, there was like you had like the 11th Doctor screwdriver, but you had like two other models that you could also use, and you can mix and match all the parts. There's also one that I think I had. At least I think I had this. I remember specifically like there's this like weird looking screwdriver that looked like, oh yeah, the trans-temporal sonic screwdriver. I believe I had that. I don't know what happened to it though.
Sorry. Looking at Twitter.
As one does.
The Ruby gang reacting to their. It's a comic about the Ruby gang reacting to their Justice League outfits. Ruby's fine. Ruby's fine, but yeah, Ruby's about the ponytail she has. Why is just curious about her gun? Yang doing what she doing.
I wouldn't give
because there's no faunus in the world of DC.
When are they gonna let us through?
Just turned human and now can't hear properly.
Good girl. Faster!
I just realized with the setup I have, I pretty much have the three musketeers back together. There's my fire powers, there's Jill's ice powers, and then there's Sid's lightning powers. Yeah, but they're with me in. They are quite literally with me in spirit now. Even though Jill's not dead, but you know what I mean. Aww. He had a good run, though. He had a fantastic run. Let's be real.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting.
He deserves a comfy retirement.
Here they are now.
I think
you wish to consult with him.
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist.
Well, if it was going to be anyone.
We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, with any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed.
Has gotten who angry?
Even given their own bunks for the voyage over.
Really?
That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I don't know what's being said.
I wouldn't know.
Japanese. Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings.
One channel shows Amy
as long as they pay.
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to and with it, my interest in joining...
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against. They need help, and...
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just...
Hold on,
Alright,
Theo.
time to fight a dragon.
I'm coming.
I doubt it's that kind of dragon. Again, don't think it's that kind of dragon.
Don't hurt Jake Long. Weren't expecting that one, were you?
No, I wasn't.
I missed that show.
I hate how they changed the art halfway through and just kind of like made Jake's dragon form skinny. Like, I get it, like Asian dragon, but still.
Honestly, I chalked that up to, remember the episode where the Hunt's clan was wiped from existence?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
You just have to pre-mix it out in one...
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Yes. I already answered, and then I heard nothing.
Discord not pick you up.
Discord, stop being drunk.
Basically, what I think it is after that episode, reality changed.
Oh. It's like a butterfly effect. Or a flashpoint event, if you wanna bring the Flash into this.
In a Flash movie, no.
No, I am not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the comic book event and the animated movie. I'm just saying that's a very poor excuse for a Flashpoint. And I've seen the CW's attempt at Flashpoint. And that movie was way worse.
These creatures have already turned.
Every time I do ignition and I like grab up a bunch of people, I feel like Pac-Man. After eating like 4 ghosts in a row.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Oh, there's the dragon.
It's found me. This thing's turned as well.
Oh shit.
This isn't going to be easy. There's a good boy.
Come on, die, you son of a bitch!
You're finished.
Got him!
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh no. Theodore, no.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Vera or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let
He's
me
been
leave.
bathed in ether. He's turning a Kashyyyk.
Have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
Hmm?
Only the bet was on this guy.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you.
I'm back.
You came at the right time because one of our allies has turned a Kashyyyk.
Well, crap.
Yeah, there was like a bunch of Akashic that that started attacking, including a fucking dragon. Theodore went to go try and take care of it, but the dragon trapped him, forcing him to bathe in ether, turning him Akashic. He had enough sense left to do that, at least. Because, like, being a Kashyyyk is like being a zombie. Minus the thirst for human flesh.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time
This guy's a common writer?
how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be
God, I
taken
made a mistake.
and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made.
I'm waiting for the inevitable time.
Being with my
where,
brother meant more to me than
while
tradition
everybody's exploring the
or
world,
reputation. I only had to look at him to
there's
remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat.
Freaking, I don't know, tech shop or something, you know, electronics store.
He was never a burden. How
And
could he
Felix
even
just
think
sees
that? If anything,
what he
I
is
was the
like
one who weighed him down.
to everyone else.
You weren't, Eloise. He had always been grateful to you for
Worst
saving
of
him.
all,
He wanted to repay
it's
you by
Digimon
letting you live the life you were denied.
Oh!
Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down.
Oh! Ho, ho. That was a punch in the gut I was not expecting.
Living your lives together.
At least,
And you always would have.
you didn't say ghost game.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so
I honestly
we could
couldn't
be
decide
together.
if it was gonna be Try or Ghost Game.
Theo.
They're both
Why did you
gonna
have
be gut punches because in either case, Felix is gonna see himself either villainized or dead or both.
I can just imagine, like, Felix sees this and he's like, this is what humans think of me? God forbid he learns about what humans think about me, Crackmon.
Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people. Save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do.
The Digimon Try thing?
Bearers get where they need to be.
Never heard anyone
bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have. And to Theo's.
I don't get it. I don't.
Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen.
It's okay.
The life I will always choose.
It's probably just this world.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then.
And then Ceres comes in with the, it's not.
It's probably just this world anyway.
Now, Ceres might, considering what she's been like, she might actually kind of back off and realize, okay, best not to break the kitty. Everyone else, on the other hand, probably would keep pushing.
Tanaka probably wouldn't, because Tanaka loves the kitty.
That is true. That is true. But they will have to poke Constantine back if the pushing continues. Because Constantine about to have an ant moment at that point.
Yeah. One bad day, one bad reality check, and the cat broke. And now they've got freaking feline Wolverine over here.
That's even more appropriate because I found out Wolverine is short.
I mean, yeah.
Straight home now.
Like, you think of Wolverine, you think of like a big, tough Canadian guy. No, he's actually pretty short. He's still tough.
The repeated comics that they keep calling him short. You know what they say about short guys with spiky black hair and anger issues? Never ever call him short.
They say the exact same thing about
That would be the break necessary to push him into that.
No. Felix gets pushed to the point.
Like, to quote IDW Megatron here, when the world thinks you're a monster, what's it matter? The world is wrong. But when you start to think of yourself as a monster,
Felix gets pushed to the point. So okay, will you just go to your room? 5 minutes later. Win. Man, grand victory.
Lord Rossfield.
I just love the idea that,
Is
like,
there or perhaps
because
have you learned anything of note since
all
last
this,
Little and Less?
because he's
I
doing
regret to
so in the interest
reassure
of the
however, that we
cute,
will
fluffy
even
mascot
not
to
fall in
remain the
ruins, I
cute,
take it.
fluffy
Indeed,
mascot.
as if protecting
His
crucifixion
point totals
may happen. Would that be
skyrocket.
possible? Of course. Perchance I was due if you.
Because, like, in one part, he's defending his best friend.
All right.
On the other part,
Might
he's
I
defending
suggest you
the
take the
adorable
road through
mascot.
It will lead you. Thank you. I wish you
And on
was.
the other part, flawless victory.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing.
Bob, you might want to
The
get
inhabitants are just as friendly.
a new door.
Bob gives a thumbs up as like trickles of blood come out of the window, out of the window into the kitchen.
And disturbingly, solidify into the new door.
No, because like the idea is whenever the building gets damaged, like wherever Bob is, blood just starts to appear. Because the building is Bob.
That is true.
Like, I had one idea, like, you guys are forcibly teleported somewhere else, and Bob tries to, like, push back against whatever it is, and in doing so, blood just gushes out of the kitchen window. Alright, I gotta take this.
That will definitely be the
Hello? Oh, you're here? Alright.
Because those hackers get teleported
I'll see you in a
everywhere.
second. Bear with me for a moment. My friend who was supposed to be here has arrived.
Alright, time to switch to new game, everybody!
Also got to switch out the microphone and switch to speakers, and oh my god.
No Final Fantasy.
Oh, we're pressing the reset button? Okay. Click.
But yeah, hacking, that would definitely be the Geeks world. Hospital sees everyone starting. Hospital sees their surroundings starting to glitch out. Oh my god, not this again. We're in my world, everybody. Hold on to your hats. Let's see where we're taking this time. Oh, it's the year. I haven't been here in a while. We got about 5 seconds before they. You know what? No, never mind. They're already here. I say that last part because they. The little like tie around Nupia's wrist that gives them the ability to be able to sniff out Jamato.
I can just imagine if this had been where Felix learned about how Mekumon and Makrakbot are generally seen. If that's the moment he broke and the Jamato show up, he's like, you know what? I could use the exercise right now.
Now he learns in their own world. We move to the Geeks world. Hey, buddy. These guys are completely plans. Have fun. Have fun.
And yeah, I can see Felix not even bothering
No,
to
just
morph
gotta plug
or
in.
change or headskin or whatever you want to call it to deal with them.
Gotta plug this in so they can hear you. There's one in the other room there.
So what game are you playing anyway, Bear, if you can hear us? Alright, you can't hear us. Hospital visits the Helheim Forest. Wait, plants? Oh god, is this where they came from? What's this? Looks tasty.
That's how broken this poor cat is, though. Instead of going in her with if the power's active, he's just going in there as an angry little cat tearing these plant things apart with his natural claws. And it's brutal.
Hello.
Hi.
If you look at the stream, you'll see that I have company.
Hello, new person. Greetings. Welcome to the tutorial. Yeah, I know you want to get on with things, beat up the bad guys, do the whole superhero thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, everybody's got to start somewhere. What you need to do is press A.
I don't think they realized I already know how to jump by jumping.
Now I'll need you to jump and hit the circle button and... God damn it, the floor got cut off again.
Okay. I've fixed the audio setup. At least I thought I did. Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Apparently it switched back to what I was to the headset before I turned it off. So I forgot what your internet handle is for these things.
I was going by Reno Wolf just because.
Reno Wolf. Okay. So, joining me in my own home, scaring the shit out of me on my porch, is my friend Reno Wolf. Reno Wolf, these are my unpaid interns, Mekumon and Taro.
Can you claim them on your taxes?
As a cat, I feel less safe.
I don't know because one of them is one of them's a Digimon.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
So yeah, I was streaming Final Fantasy.
Actually exist on the same plane.
I was streaming Final Fantasy 16 here.
This the newest one?
Yep.
The one that's causing people's PlayStations to burst into flames?
First I've heard of it.
Never had that.
There's literally a video I saw where a guy's playing the game and it's like in the middle of a fight and his PlayStation just starts smoking.
I have not had that problem.
I mean, it was a pretty intense fight.
So it's these stones.
Oh yeah, I muted the TV so that I could, I was using this trick with my headphones so I could hear it through my headphones, but with those off. Hopefully there won't be too much of an echo. Actually. There we go. And another person!
Hello, Sammy.
Hello, Sammy.
Oh.
Sammy, I am joined in person by my friend Reno Wolf.
Yes,
Hello?
Oh, you're here. August waiting for you inside.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
In the group chat, I have to block the return card and order a new one. Somehow TikTok works my card twice for TikTok creator tips.
Mostly off to the north still. I spoke to Doris' scouts. It turns out things are worse than I thought.
I don't use TikTok.
Swarms of them out there. Hold
Where
on,
are you
Snot,
hiding
to be ready
that?
to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it.
In a pocket.
Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
No, thank you.
Welcome back.
Reno just pulled out a bag of gummy worms.
Goddamn right I did.
I'd never have guessed.
Like,
I had one time at the Halloween mini-con, formed a crowd, I pulling all kinds of shit out of my bag. I had snacks, I had stuff to fix cosplay, I had a plushie, I had...
this is like Robert Downey Jr. hiding snacks throughout the set of Avengers and just pulling them out at random points.
What are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't
Honestly,
deserve
instead of gummy worms, instead of jelly beans.
Yeah, that would tie in with the Doctor Who conversation.
It could be gum, it could be lollipops, I have a bag of lemon pancakes, it could be a thing of cookie, drink mix, you never know what it is.
Yeah, but that ain't the whole of it.
Why is your backpack so full? Don't you have a bag of holding? Yeah, but that's full of snacks.
He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, buying himself, of course.
After you got called Mary Poppins at the mini-con because I was shit in my bag.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
Master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me. So you're wasting half of mine instead. You're what Dravel's needed.
I found something on Twitter that I found funny.
Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the good. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what you had to do was your duty.
Get through and pass all the stuff you guys posted today.
Enough. This isn't you can finish beating each other up once Dravoj is safe.
Fine. Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic...
Where'd her ears go? Blake, her ears are gone!
You,
whose ears?
Ready for the off, then?
Yeah, because she's in DC. And there's no faunus in DC, so she...
Oh, right. They're talking about Ruby.
God.
The Ruby characters are now in frickin' DC Comics. And since there's no faunus, Blake doesn't have her cat ears.
Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackford, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Blake having moral conniption. Yeah,
close to
fine, you good?
We're this side of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we...
Good idea.
No sense.
Understood.
Hurry, just go for kitty.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's that. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, really. No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right.
Literally gets her DNA changed.
People here are tough and willing,
Yep.
but they ain't.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
And they're all confused as it's Blake at first. Make you in front of you. Like, who are you?
You
Wait a
evacuate.
second.
But it won't come to that.
Blake?
I promise.
I imagine she puts on like fake cat ears.
You better be right.
Oh my god,
Dravoj till I get back.
Just to fill the void.
And will not take them off
Do those things what for?
under any circumstances.
Before she had to wear fake human ears. Now she has to wear fake cat ears. What the fuck is that?
That is an Akashic Ox.
Looks like cancer.
That's basically what Akashic are. Akashic are any creatures, human, animal, or otherwise, who absorb too much evil, which is basically magic. They turn Akashic.
It's just me, or do they look racist?
Akashic?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, we're the release time across the sector.
So yeah, I have access to the powers of different icons, as they're called, the different summons. I currently have Shiva equipped. But I also have Ramu, and I can use his Judgment Bolt. And just roast suckers with it. Now, I have Phoenix, which has... With Phoenix, I can use the Phoenix abilities, or I can use Ifrit's abilities, since I also... My character is basically Ifrit. way it works is that there are 8 icons and eight dominants who serve as their hosts. There's one for each element, and then all of a sudden Ifrit shows up as the second dominant of fire, and everyone's like, what the fuck? This shouldn't exist. And yet he does.
Something tells me that holding a sword up against the curtain is
Mine just wants to fuck this shit up out. Fuck this shit out of here. I'm in. I'm free. I'm in.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Is that it?
Show up and take my money.
Funny enough,
apparently not.
Is that
a different game I'm a part of? There is actually a free materia that the
You're not getting
that
past
the
me.
that my group has obtained.
I'm gonna be real, I read that too fast and thought that said Crayon Chimera.
This guy clearly doesn't skip like that.
With all those buff, with his buff orbs. Or legs. Ooh. Ruh-roh.
So, Carl, you want to hear about that hilarious crap fucking Aussie wants to have an after duel? Bears have already seen some of what that. So, another player called Doing Missions in all lowercase, one word. At first, I thought they were breaking pretty hard for most of the duel, because they only ever counted 2 monsters, and once I got rid of that, they were basically wide open to attack. So I just kind of entered a chill mode, just kind of got on to attack, seeing how we try to get it out of the situation. And then he actually made a specific trap card that made me immediately shift gear to go for the jugular. The trap card is what's titled Obliterate. He was trying to break Zodiac.
And I remember replying with Latios went from "Why do I hear boss music?" to "I am the boss music."
Yeah. It was in that exact moment I switched from chill to kill it with nuclear fire. Don't talk about his field. I had a blue eyes white dragon and a blue eyes tyrant dragon. He surrendered the instant I declared battle.
It's my late daddy's birthday today.
You're saying?
This is why you never show your enemies mercy. But sir, they're only 12. I don't care. Fuck them kids.
They're only 12. I don't care.
My
I had said, my collective blue eyes can breathe easy, knowing that they won't fall victim to some protagonist part of the card's power of friendship.
As many as I could, he says. The
Not
old
this time.
bleeding lot more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
In that moment, I did what Seven
Yeah,
Time
one or
never
two did
could.
try to sneak
I
over
stopped
the wall.
Exilian.
We got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Oh, you do know. More will
He
come
played
in
the
time.
game instead of just throwing money at it.
Yeah, we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to find a shop keep.
That doesn't feel right.
Because I'm out of potions.
Certainly.
I almost died during that fight
Thank
against
you.
the Chimera.
Go safely.
That's not gonna happen again.
Yeah, you were fine.
My second report that will probably sells blue light up.
You're even more fearsome than your reputation.
And something about it has gave me all kinds of. It feels wrong. Like.
I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt.
They used the dual mate they used was a cat inside of a yellow crystal. And their deck was a dark themed deck. For the light versus dark even that was going on. And it's still going on for the moment.
That's if the flood don't spread.
I was playing that event and I kept. I was playing that event and I kept getting assholes with the Time Thief deck.
With Ether Flood springing up.
And I fucking hate that deck because, well, I hate it now because every time they bring out this one card, I cannot fucking destroy it.
And I'll see that they got it day and night.
Alright.
Just wait till you hear how this duel went.
Have you tried ripping it in half?
If I could, I would.
Quote unquote, Blue Kaiba here was using dark machine monsters.
Thanks.
And I'm just figuring, going, how is it that I fit the Seto Kaiba thing better, and I'm the one with the candy/confection dual board?
Though I doubt I'd have listened. It was.
It's like both of us played with his brother's
down for a bit and decided to pull people's confetti board and make people go, okay, there's no way this is Kaiba. It's Kaiba. Wait, what?
From that day on, everyone stopped to wonder what it
There's
I'm just fucking.
There's already like 5 blue eyes on the field.
How did you even do that?
You see this as alive.
My mind just goes to people going, wait, that was Kaiba, the cutesy board? Yeah. How?
Our work used to be the
He's just rickrolling people on this thing.
Now, churn out the same rubbish day
You're a
after day.
third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
In terms of profit.
Yeah.
Joe Kaiba just rickrolling people by picking the cutesy board and then just whipping everybody's asses. Now, who the fuck is that guy? I don't know.
Kaiba absolutely would troll people in his own game.
Sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much
Still
pride
kicking
as
everybody's
the
asses. And just disappears into the wind. Now, who the fuck is that guy?
Now, at the time that I was describing this, Red was asking, what color is the crystal? Does it look like a weird cocoon? Because he's trying to identify the monster on tape and trying to mention it as the dual mate. I just finished describing the yellow crystal itself, and he called it, and he just surrendered.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle his town's passion.
So here's the funny part of that whole thing. At that point, I had used Threatening Roar, that trap card, to prevent my opponent from attacking, and it was a good thing I did. He set off this whole link summon chain that took, I swear, it felt like it was like 2 minutes straight.
I hate it when they do that.
Over and over.
I never
At the end, he summoned some thing that, while I didn't catch the name of the card, I did see the effect that said it could not be destroyed by battle or by card effect.
Sid.
Fucking link monsters.
With 4,000 attack points. Even if I could destroy it, I had nothing strong enough to punch over it. One of which, It was basically another case of I got Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon out pretty early, and I think I had a Blue Eyes White Dragon normal monster in the background there.
Now hold on, Sultan. There's a reason.
Even if I could destroy it, I had nothing strong enough to punch over it.
I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel.
Again, thankfully, I stopped him from attacking me that turn in order to give myself some breathing room to figure out what to do with my next turn.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Travarch in the first
I barely got to my draw phase. I didn't even get to draw before he surrendered.
Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of
Well,
any
then.
master.
I would need to keep this in mind. This thing that could not be destroyed by battle outmuscled both my monsters.
You wouldn't mind if Sultan came back to the Idol.
And could not be destroyed by card effects. So even if I had, like, friggin' Mirror Force or something, apparently that's not gonna work.
Right. Sultan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Red's like, wait, what? He had a 4K beefstick you couldn't kill, even if you had Neo Ultimate Dragon blasted all 3 times that it could, and stopped him from attacking just once, and he quit.
You want to see my
I
dog?
think it annoyed him so much he just couldn't take the immediate lead. Either you
not
were
a
so
dog, that's a
couldn't
wolf.
just take the immediate lead, or no, he was just annoyed that he stopped him.
Yeah, that's just a fucking wolf.
It's a Fenrir.
That's not a dog. It's literally named after a wolf.
I take a sense of bizarre satisfaction out of the fact that I got a dude to surrender because I stopped him from attacking me 1 turn and delayed my destruction by 1 turn.
So I've got the powers of the Phoenix. I had that by default because my character's brother was related to the Phoenix, and he was his first shield, so he was blessed with the power of the Phoenix. I've got Garuda, which I got from a crazy ass lady.
To put it in Kingdom Hearts terms, all I did was use Stop Gun. It didn't stop it from coming back once more off. And yet he immediately surrenders.
Ramu I got from a revolutionary leader. Titan I got from a muscle-bound freak that was upset that I killed his girlfriend.
Then why would he give you that?
He didn't do it willingly.
So, when Red said, no, he was just annoyed that he couldn't stop you immediately, so he quit. My answer to that was, and I take a sense of satisfaction out of that. Not enough to actively force opponents to surrender from frustration as my main strategy, mind. I'm not a monster.
So in other words, basically you
Red
went,
says, I think you mean you're not a bitch, and I mean that in the most affectionate way possible.
I got Bahamut from a prince who went crazy. Ifrit I already had, but I didn't unlock its true potential until later. Shiva I got from my character's girlfriend, right before they fucked.
I tell Red,
you think you get that like either during or after?
Honestly, seeing players do
The process
that
requires him putting his hand on someone's chest.
Again, you think you would have gotten that during or after?
We don't mean to interrupt you, Meikumon. I'm just trying to tell him, like, tell him about some of the icons whose powers I have.
Should I wait till you're done?
No, we already reached Shiva. We're done.
Yeah. So I tell him, I took a sense of satisfaction out of that whole he surrendered because he couldn't kill me 1 turn sooner than he would have gotten to. Like, I take a sense of satisfaction out of annoying him enough to quit, but it's not enough to actively force opponents to surrender from frustration as my main strategy. I'm not a monster. He's like, I think you mean you're not a bitch, and I mean that affectionately. That works too. Honestly, seeing players do that just makes me mad. And then I wrote this quote.
You could spare the creativity, skill, and effort to be an insufferable asshole, but not enough to build a respectable deck and be genuinely good at the game. Red's like, why did I just hear that in Seto Kaiba, Chaz Briston, and Jack Atlas's voices? Like, that genuinely sounds like a backhand they give to someone so absolutely beneath them that even the Shadow Realm itself would open wide and be like, so I know I wasn't involved, but you belong here now. I'm like, I'll take that as a writing compliment then.
Man.
He's like, he says, like, good gravy. You'd have enough respect not to say it to the best friend character, but that line is just so raw. I'm just sitting here shrugging.
I thought my friend Sage might actually try to make a cosplay prop for me.
We were just about to make a start on that sort of. It's funny.
5 stats, because alone trying to purchase that anywhere would be about $200. So Sage said they know how to make props and stuff. They're gonna attempt to make a stack possibly. They're gonna talk to their husband first to get their help.
Burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zonda now.
That will be my birthday / Christmas present anyway.
That'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleague.
Later on, I won't have the staff.
A team effort
But I
led
don't
by the
necessarily
greatest
need it.
blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah?
No, I don't have.
I'm ready if you are. To the
Dear God, there's
Later
two
on
of
that
them.
night, I found a video that's going, who's the most powerful alien in Ben 10? Ranking all 70 aliens from weakest to most powerful.
If Alien X is not in both the bottom and top, I'm gonna be disappointed.
What was that, Bear?
I said if Alien X is not at the bottom of that list, while also being at the top of that list, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Sword to end all swords.
Well, you're half right.
Quite something.
First off, this guy at least talks like he knows how to code a power scale properly.
So,
And put some respect on the sleep alien's name. Ha!
It'll take more than that.
Better yet, Pesky Dust wound up in the top 15 most powerful at number 11.
Materials.
Nice.
My favorite alien, Sleep Powers, made it into the top 15, just barely scraping out of the top 10.
Something worthy of a
Alien X, understandably, wound up at number 1.
That's what I'd like to see.
But funny enough, here's what the guy said. Like, why is this even a discussion? We all know what Alien X is capable of. He's basically an instant win button that does whatever the writers need him to do at any given moment. He is not an alien. He is a plot device. And outright said that talking about Alien X and what he can and can't do is just kind of boring.
So I think I just got the recipe for the game's strongest weapon.
Which that leads me to what alien wound up at number 2 on that list? Awkward.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever
What?
speak again. And if it hadn't been for you...
Awkward. The big, slow-moving, time-manipulating robot alien.
Okay.
He wound up at the second most powerful after Alien X. Because time manipulation be busted, bro.
Okay. Right. I gotta deliver the echoes to Owen.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
I'm gonna take a look at all the new stuff that's been sent to my quarters, and then I think I will call it a stream.
And 2 pictures in the general chat, man. Let's see.
It can't be true. I'm sorry, but...
One's the staffs. They had said they're gonna make me possibly, and the other one's a cute picture of Amaterasu.
Aww.
I saw a stick just like that.
What?
I saw a stick just like that. I'm not talking about the staff.
Yes.
Oh.
It's staffs on Friday Floyd staff from Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting so.
The anime I'll be cosplaying the character in November at least. Possibly in October.
Ah, that's brilliant. Thanks a blimmin'. I'll be into the smelter right away.
Also has a magical creature they travel with. 2 of them. Taking the bigger one. Because the little one might be easier to kind of drop and lose.
May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Bad is she?
Still?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid. And I ain't about to let your...
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements.
You could just buy me.
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how.
And it's just picture of Odin. Because we're showing in during hold on to.
It's a metal, see? So
Stretchy metal.
wow, is the spirit.
So, thank you, Owen.
Shh, don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my word.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
My inventory has been maximized.
How?
Because I did side quest for this guy who showed me how to have more space in my bag.
Yep.
He just showed you the secret to Master Tetris, didn't he?
That and he like...
He's not as bad as the dude from Pokemon Legend of Arceus.
And he also like made using like a stretchy metal. He managed to change out the clasp so that I could hold more.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
I didn't know I beat Legend of Arceus before I games stopped working and I switched broke. I never actually paid the guy completely to get every freaking satchel space. I had enough that I was satisfied and didn't continue.
Yep.
Oh, my friend and coworker at work was kind of like, oh, you do this 2 tries to defeat Bolo? And I'm like, yeah. This
So-
took me like 20 tries.
Over here we have a collection of bits and bobs that I have gathered throughout my journey. We have the Oath.
You beat him that easily? Jeez.
Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid. This crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited.
I lost the spirit team the second form of the pure thing. I think it took a second attempt. I just leveled up for a bit.
The emblem of the hanged man. The tavern that sits at the heart of Lost Lake. Now in the depths of an aether flood. It depicts a hooded, bound, and starved man hung by the ankles.
Your team is too born was the hard part.
Perhaps contemplating how he will take his vengeance on those who made him this way. Now that Quentin strives to build a new future for the remnants of his lost wing family, maybe the Hanged Man will rise again, but likely under a different name. Martha's Rest signboard. The emblem of Martha's Rest, a personal fiefdom of the landlady of the Golden Stables, and an island of safety and security in a sea of anything but. It shows a sleeping chocobo, and the guardians and bearers of Rosaria can too rest easy, safe in the knowledge that they have a friend in Martha. Guardian Scarf. With this ripper, Tippet, dyed red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame. Crimson Caravan signboard. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans, porters of wide renown, based in the market town of Boklid. It depicts a laden chocobo. After the death of her brother and confidant Theodore, Eloise chose to continue the work they had begun together, freeing bears from slavery just as she had freed him so many years before. Cid's Goblet. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held on to the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Cid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. Continental Censer. An ornate brass censer from beyond the outer seas, gifted to Clive by Charon for his assistance in clearing her name. According to the cantankerous shopkeep, when packed with herbs and I can't pronounce that word, and left to smolder, the fragrant smoke produced can ward off everything from insects to the plague. Protect the home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments. All while bringing.
What herbs we talking about?
Yeah. Martell apples. Basically, a woman named Martell tried to make a new breed of apple that can survive in the blighted earth. She died before she could finish, but her work was finished. They're sweet. They're tasty, and they're actually edible.
But more importantly, you can throw them at people.
Yep. And then the tack for my chocobo. Alright, so, with all that said and done, at 3 hours and 22 minutes, we are going to end the stream here. So, thank you to everyone for joining me. Thank you to Latios, Taro, Sammy, and Reno Wolf for scaring the shit out of me. Tomorrow should be Super Robot Wars. So, look forward to that.
Until then, peace.
Got it.